Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a fourth-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Cousins throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 5 catches, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit. And this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
Second down, Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. When you look at this defense, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results are pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this done.
Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. On fourth down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes down. Nothing was materializing, so he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw. And in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The Ravens at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 4th down. Here's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Ravens lose first down by a couple of yards, it would appear, as they're able to convert on 4th and 5. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there. They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Dobbins will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now to have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A run for the first time for Bijan Robinson. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. I mean, look at this Baltimore defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, you know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Second down and a run by Robinson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Take it in at the 22. (14-0) the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare. Incredible when they do, and you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 94 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 4. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And down to the 46-yard line here. Now 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap and a good to Dobbins. Well, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Now hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They'll run with Dobbins. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled the run.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That time
timing usually develops.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Robinson will try to pick it up. And this will be a Falcons first down as good running gets him to about the 44. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air again, it's Cousins. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So they get a traffic there, and that's complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here is 3rd down and 4. Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus the defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were winners last week in that game against Kansas City, and they are on top right now as well. They've got it 1st and 10. Jackson now. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Another run here with Dobbins. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Jonah Jackson, former third-round pick, the guilty party. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. They go play action with Jackson. And that is incomplete. Well, the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Well, Charles, I guess the only thing I can think there is they've got a 3-score lead, and they're saying, well, we're not going to lose this, so let's have some fun. I don't know why you go for it.
I think that's as good an explanation as any, and we all know that.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. 214 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 21. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He has enough for the first down, and the keeper a gain of 6. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. Well, the stop will come inside the 5. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it is 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Back to Robinson now on first down. And the play. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
And it is caught. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Dobbins once more. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Dobbins. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Throwing is Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck of it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 37. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this